Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about who was feeding the rats to the walkers. Okay, so since I've been going through the day-to-day Walking Dead videos, the Daily Dead, so to speak, this one was pretty much next on the list. You guys who have been watching the channel know what I'm talking about with the channel updates video I did last week. Basically went through a list of different video topics, video ideas that people want to see me do now that the break has started for The Walking Dead Season 4, and we won't see it come back until February. So the next video on the list that people really wanted to see me do is this one right here, talking about the rats in The Walking Dead Season 4 and what that's going to lead to, who was feeding them to the walkers, and also right before the governor attacks the prison, we see that someone has been mutilating them or dissecting them, so to speak, and Tyrese goes to show Rick and Daryl of this just as the first tank shot goes off, if you guys remember from the season mid-season finale. So that said, let's look at the different possibilities here. Well, who do we really have in Rick's group that will be doing something like that? It would have to be somebody that was alive from the beginning of Season 4 all the way through to current date, because basically in the first episode, or I think it's the first or second episode, it's kind of shown that someone is feeding them when Sasha kind of finds it and says, is someone feeding these things? I think that's in the first or second episode of The Walking Dead Season 4. Right up until the mid-season finale, right before the governor attacks. So whoever was doing it would have had to have been there all the way through. So right off the bat, it probably wouldn't be somebody like Carol. I would think it would most likely be Lizzie. Yeah, Lizzie. Who else? I can't really see anyone else doing that. She was the one who seemed confused about whether or not walkers were dead, and then was it her sister who said afterwards that she's not stupid or whatever, she's just messed up. She's just screwed up. And she was also playing with the blood with her foot, wasn't she? And then what episode of Internment was it? I forget exactly which episode, but you guys remember what I'm talking about, where she's kind of like swirling her foot around in the blood on the floor. So yeah, I mean, who else could it be? She thinks walkers are still alive. She doesn't want to think they're dead. And then, of course, in the mid-season finale, her and her sisters, the whole, Carol taught us to be strong, and then they run out there with their guns part. I don't know why, but I love that sequence, because when you think about it, now I mentioned this in my review, but it's so funny because who would shoot them, right? Like who would be a normal person? Well, Mitch might do it, but aside from him, who really would shoot them? The governor? Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. But they have like an invisible force field when it comes to survivors. No survivor is going to flat out just blast them. At least nobody in a war type battle scenario. So anyway, of course, the scene where she runs out with her sister and they blast the two that are trying to shoot Tyrese down. So she's nutty, she's screwy, and I would think that she's got to be the one who was doing it. I also think that she may fill the role in the comic book series, those of you guys who have read it, of Ben. And there may be something that may occur between her and Carl. Probably. So we'll see what happens with that, if anything, and because she's so messed up, how Carl reacts to the decisions that she makes and the things she does, and what happens with that. Maybe she'll end up killing somebody in the group if she thinks they're weak or something like that. One of the things that Carol has taught her, and her probably misconstruing it or something like that, and killing them or doing something crazy like that. So that's what I'm expecting for her. I'm expecting great things for her as a character. Out of all the new characters from this season, I think Lizzie might be the most interesting one. Yeah. Now that the governor's crew has been basically all taken out, I think she might be the most interesting one out of them all. She's definitely probably the most screwed up for her age and everything. So that should be lots of fun. So I would think it'd be her. I mean, who else could it be? Her sister? No, she's not. Doesn't seem that messed up. Anybody else? Maybe Bob. I mean, it could be, but we haven't seen anything to make us think that he would be doing things like that. And he did, a lot. Like, I was thinking that he was going to become like a traitor when the governor attacked or something, and I was wrong. That didn't happen. So, aside from Lizzie, I think she's got to be the one who was doing it, and she's got to be messed up. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that in the second half of the season, possibly with her killing maybe a character in the group, another character or two, something of the sort. Now that she's killed a few people. Was it 2 that she shot? Well, maybe she shot, maybe her sister did, we don't know for sure. But she's killed at least one, I think it's safe to say, person. And yeah, that's my opinion. I think she was the one who was feeding the rats. I can't really see any other possibilities aside from that. Like Bob, no, I don't really think so. Anybody else in the group that would be doing that? No, I don't really think so. It's got to be her. It has to be her. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about it, and also what your thoughts are if you've read the comic book series on the idea of her filling the role of Ben. And it looks like she may possibly be, because I believe that they may find Tyrese and they may all leave together. And then possibly next season we'll see Tyrese meet up with somebody else. There's spoilers out there. I don't want to mention it because I've seen the pictures. Those of you guys who sent me the private messages, thank you. Very cool spoilers. But I try not to mention things like that and spoil things for the viewers who don't want to know. But I may do a video on that afterwards, who Tyrese will run into, because it's kind of been leaked, sort of. Yeah, anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. So anyway, it's got to be Lizzie. That's what I'm saying. If you guys think it's somebody else, write in the comments below. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.